The Arab Peace Initiative has offered Israel a place in the neighborhood and more. Acceptance by 57 nations, the 1/3 of the UN members that do not recognize Israel. This is true security. Security that barriers and armed forces cannot bring.
Muchos piensan distinto, sienten distinto, buscan a Dios o encuentran a Dios de diversa manera. En esta multitud, en este abanico de religiones, hay una sola certeza que tenemos para todos. Todos somos hijos de Dios.
Despite Netanyahu's efforts to alleviate mounting concerns both domestically and abroad over his government's plans to reform the judicial branch, growing sentiments of distress are becoming increasingly evident throughout Israel. Leaders from the separate opposition parties alongside top judiciaries and retired generals, among others, have incessantly decried the government's intentions as threatening to Israel's democracy, drawing hundreds of thousands of Israelis to demonstrate each Saturday in the streets of Tel Aviv.
Well, hundreds of thousands of Israelis have been taking to the streets for over a month now because they are saying loud and clear, we will not let this Israeli government take Israeli democracy away. And we will not negotiate our democracy. There is no such thing as half democracy, half dictatorship. They can call it whatever names they want, but we will not let them win. This is what everyone is here for, and of course me, as chair of labor with all the members of my party, are here to say and to make sure happens.
I'm here for an important protest against a corrupted government and a corrupted prime minister. They want to tear up the judiciary system of Israel. They want to tear up Israeli democracy, and we are here every week in every weather to make it and to fight against it and to fight for Israeli democracy.
Netanyahu is going to change the whole system, the whole legal system, and this is going to drive us to really bad places. How it works, it's very simple. In my view, we have two tribes here. The one sees Judaism as a nationality, and the other one sees Judaism as a religion. These two tribes has almost nothing in common, and this is the reason for this confrontation.
It is important to note that in recent weeks, tensions have been mounting between the newly elected government and supporters of the opposition, which have been smeared by rising cases of incitement and threats. Among others, decorated Colonel Ze'ev Raz, a distinguished pilot who commanded the June 1981 strike on Iraq's Osirak nuclear reactor, proclaimed in a Facebook post that any prime minister who would seize for himself dictatorial powers would become a son of death, and that if an individual would overtake the land in an undemocratic way, it would be an obligation to kill him, regardless of whether that individual is a foreigner or Israeli. And while these remarks did not explicitly name Netanyahu or his government ministers, the prime minister asserted the need to outroot any incitement or threats from the public sphere.
אני מצפה מראשי האופוזיציה לפעול להרגעת הרוחות בעם, ובראש ובראשונה לעצור את ההסתה הפרועה שמשתוללת נגדי, נגד משפחתי, נגד שרי הממשלה ונגד חברי כנסת מובילים. אנחנו ראינו אתמול איום מפורש לרצח ראש ממשלה בישראל. האיום הזה פורסם שחור על גבי לבן בפייסבוק. הוא הגיע מדמות מובילה בהפגנות נגד הממשלה. האיום הזה הוא תוצאה ישירה של הסתה חסרת אחריות שמקבלת רוח גבית וגיבוי ולפעמים אמירות מפורשות מהאופוזיציה. אסור לעבור על כך לסדר היום. אני דורש מראשי האופוזיציה לגנות את ההסתה, להוקיע את המסיתים. אנחנו יודעים שאפשר להתווכח על מה באמת מסכן את הדמוקרטיה, אבל קריאות מפורשות לרצח פוליטי, זה לא דבר שנתון לוויכוח. זאת סכנה אמיתית לדמוקרטיה, שכולם צריכים לצאת נגדה בתוקף.
In response to the rise in domestic consignment, the state attorney's office issued an unusual statement in which it stressed that it would not hesitate to approve criminal investigations or even to prosecute anyone who oversteps the bounds of legitimate freedom of speech. Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. We would like to encourage you, pray for our persecuted brothers and sisters worldwide, as well as for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel.